Hey there, Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for February 4th, Saturday. And today the moon is in Leo. We are talking about how true self-expression enhances creativity. And so they go hand in hand, right? And Leo is about self-expression. Leo is the shiny part of ourselves. Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is the center of our solar system. That's why it's called solar system. Anyway, so Leo is about our own solar system and how we shine from our own sun, our own inner star. So think of your heart as being full of light, and that light shining to the world around you. And that the way that truth, that inner light that you have, the way that shines outward is through the ways that you express yourself, through your creative approaches to the world, through the ways that you express and experience and partake of joy, passion, pleasure, sharing, moving in the world, having that movement of the inner truth to the outer world. And that can be in your close, intimate relationships. It can also be in, the wider world, the community. So it's really just about sharing. It's about the act of sharing your truth, your essence, and who you are. And so obviously, on a more intimate level, that's, you're going to share even more vulnerably, and hopefully you feel safe enough to access some of those deeper places of truth where you can be seen, be heard, experiment, with things that feel vulnerable because they are so true to who you are and core to who you are. And then in, bigger community settings where it's a little more, less, there's less depth. You're going to be sharing less vulnerably, but hopefully also pushing those edges of what you feel comfortable sharing with others, because the more honest you are, the more authentic you are, the more you are sharing that truth from within, the more the world can benefit from it, right? So you have that beauty inside, and it can't be experienced by anyone if you don't share it. So share your beauty, and doing that by bringing forth your own self-expression and letting that energy move and be seen and shine in the world is also a way of being creative. So it supports your creativity. It allows you to think in ways that bring in new possibility. Think about the word creativity. We think of it as like being art or being something that's just fun. But creativity is actually the act of creating. And what do you do when you create? You make something that wasn't there before. So what are you making, and how is something coming through you or from you or out of you that didn't exist without you doing that? That's creativity. And it's not something we can control in the sense of, pushing. I don't know what I'm thinking of, control. It's like, it's not something that we always know exactly how to do it and how it's going to come out in the end. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that creativity also involves letting go of the outcome. And it involves being playful, like when you were a child and you were creative because you were just playing, right? You weren't thinking, I'm going to make this masterpiece that's worth, $1 million. And you weren't thinking that. You were just thinking, I'm having fun and I'm painting, color on paper, and it's fun, and I'm going to see what happens. So have that kind of approach and attitude when you play creatively and enter into a creative process. So that's why I love so much working with intention, because you can have an intention of what you want the result to be. You know, you can have an intention that you want a painting at the end, or a book that you've written, or something that you have completed at the end of your creative project. But you also, within that intention, can allow for freedom for it to find its own flow, to maybe take a right turn from what you thought it was going to be. Or maybe not a right turn, but maybe a little wiggle. Maybe it will wiggle from what you thought it was going to be. And that's the fun part, because you are creating, you're making something that wasn't there before. And that by definition, you don't know what that's going to look like when you're done. So have an intention, create the environment and support yourself to have the outcome that your intentions are aligned with. That's what we do when we work with moon cycles. And some of you have been following me and setting intentions. And as we head into tomorrow's full moon, and we're in this Leo moon energy, we also want to be thinking about how this is reflecting something back to us about our intentions, about how to express ourselves in the things that we are working on creating. So there's a flow, there's a balance, there's a dynamic experience of putting effort and intention into something, giving yourself support, taking the action steps. Don't forget the action steps. Those are important. And then also letting go, letting it flow, letting it find its path to unfold in the ways that you maybe never could have even imagined. So that's the process of discovery in creativity, and it comes from this light of self-expression that's coming from inside of you and your truth and the beauty that is you. So thanks for being here. Tomorrow, we're going to talk more about the full moon in Leo, how it is aligned with some planets that create a T-square, and what that means, and how that is inviting us to a shift, and how all these energies work together to support us in our own creative process, and how that fits in with the bigger picture of change unfolding in the world and creating new status quos. I don't know if that's a word, but status quos that work better for us, that can help to solve some of the problems that the world is facing. So thanks for being here. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And thanks so much for all your likes and comments. Thank you for being here. And I'm here with these videos every day. So I will see you next time. And bye for now.